Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to look at and review a brand new hunting game that came out this past Tuesday called Way of the Hunter. The game was released on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S for a standard price of $40. Please stay around to the very end as I will provide the positives, the negatives, and my thoughts on this game. Without further ado, let's begin. Way of the Hunter is a hunting game that provides players the chance to experience an authentic hunting experience. As a player, you are able to hunt on reserves, one being in America, while the other reserve is located in Europe. If map size is a concern, you'll be glad to know that the base game maps are 55 square miles each, and the two featured DLC maps will be 64 square miles. On each map, you are able to hunt a variety of animals. Way of the Hunter also provides a compelling storyline and the option of playing multiplayer with up to 2 other people. Now that we know what the game is, let's look at some of the biggest positives about Way of the Hunter. One factor that stands out immediately is how great the game looks. Graphics is not always everything, but the game looks phenomenal. A neat feature that is added in this game is a Jeep that you can drive. If you've played Red Dead Redemption 2, you would know that to access your arsenal of weapons, you'd have to go to your horse's saddle to customize your loadout. That feature is similar in the Way of the Hunter as well. You can use your Jeep as a mobile locker to access all of your weapons. What really stands out to me is how realistic and immersive this game is. As a warning, I will be discussing the realism in this game until I move on to the negatives. This may take a minute. For most outdoors people, you'll know how important noise is while hunting. Noise can either make or break a successful hunt, and this game provides that. It is of the utmost importance to be quiet and patient, or else you'll spook away all of the animals. Similar to other hunting games, mainly the Hunter Call of the Wild, there are need zones on the map. You can read the in-game encyclopedia to learn the animals' different need hours to properly hunt them. Unlike Call of the Wild, this game provides a unique bullet ballistic system. Players have to account for ballistics, meaning that you have to account for distance, wind, power, and shot placement. When shooting an animal, you have to zero in on a location of least resistance. For example, look at this screenshot. You are able to see where I hit. I aimed for the area that lacked bone obstruction to provide the most ethical kill. This unique system is great as it simulates a realistic hunting aspect. Another interesting emphasis that this game provided was herd management and genes. To explain the genes real quick, males are ranked on a percentile basis. The higher the percentile, the higher the trophy value is. In order to raise mature trophy bucks, you essentially have to cull the herd. You have to harvest the males with the lowest gene percentile to let the mature trophy bucks grow. Before we transition to the negatives, I have one more positive out of the many more that I want to say. The tracking in this game feels realistic. There is not anything that blatantly tells you where the animal went. You have to pay attention and follow the tracks keenly. However, this is a catch-22 situation, and I'll explain more of that in the negatives. While I love this game and what it offers, it does have some downsides. The biggest issue as of right now is bugs. This game is really buggy. The bugs are not necessarily game-breaking, but they are issues you will often deal with. However, I'm not going to hold this against the game as Way of the Hunter just came out. If you're a console player or even PC, you'll notice that the game is relatively choppy. To fix this issue, you have to go to settings and change the game to performance quality rather than visual. Though this issue is fixable, is something you should be aware of. Though I love the realism that is represented in this game, there is one aspect that is annoying: tracking. When using hunter sense to track the blood of an animal, it does not provide enough visual clues. Instead, the game simply flashes a light that is often hard to see. This can make tracking an animal frustrating. My advice for tracking is simple. When shooting an animal, immediately mark where you shot it. Once you find the blood spills, look at it like an arrow. The base of the blood will look circular, and then it will stem out in a straight line. That straight line will indicate what direction the animal went. The average spacing between tracks is roughly 4 meters to 12 meters. The last issue I have is minor, but something I wanted to mention. The firearms in this game lack recoil. As you see here with the shotgun, there is a lack of recoil. I'm not expecting for the gun to pop a wheelie in my avatar's shoulder, but for a game that is supposed to be realistic, I think they simply missed this aspect. Now that we discussed the positives and negatives, I want to share my thoughts on the game before I give my rating. As someone who's an outdoorsman in real life, I love this game. Way of the Hunter provides a realism to hunting that other games lack. While the Hunter Call of the Wild has been my go-to hunting game to play, it feels more arcade-like than this game. For example, I can simply hop on Call of the Wild and go to a water zone and find nothing but animals. Here on Way of the Hunter, I have to be patient and search for the animals. If anything, I think this game is great for Call of the Wild as it brings competition. I believe in that old adage that iron sharpens iron, and I hope that this propels Expansive World, the creators of Call of the Wild, to improve their game. In the end, I would say that this game gets a rating of 7.5 right now due to the bugs. However, if this game was not buggy, I could easily put this game at 8.5 or slightly higher. I think that regardless if you are new to hunting or have spent your life in the outdoors, I think you'll like this game. It is definitely worth buying. That wraps it all up. I hope that this video gives you an idea of what this game offers. The game is not in its peak form yet, and I'm optimistic about the future content it will bring. If you have any thoughts or questions about this game, please leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching the video this far, and as always, take care.